Yes, yes, yes. Which way? Nigeria. Yes, so which way? Nigeria. We don't come again for another exciting episode of Which Way Nigeria. As I'm talking to you now, we are sitting at home in Owerri, Imo State. It was so embarrassing this morning, and everywhere is shut down. Which way, Nigeria? And that brings me to the topic, who is the mother? Now, who be the mother of this Pekin? There is a story I'm going to tell us, and at the end of the day, you will understand where I'm heading to. Recently, a girl was kidnapped and ransom was paid. But when the child was released, the father of the child was there, the mother was there, the house help. The girl ran past, after she was released, ran past her parents and went to her nanny and held the nanny tight and would not let anybody touch her. And she has been for a long time calling the nanny mommy. And from neighbors and people were gathered, the nanny had actually gone beyond the call of duty to take care of this little child. Yeah, the mother is always providing once in a while. The father pays most of the bills, but this little girl hardly sees them. When the chips was low, the only person she wanted to hold, the only person whose comfort mattered to her was the nanny, who she also called mother, mommy. Now, the police inspector that was handling the case now had to ask the question, Madam, please, who is the mother of this child? You see, you can be the biological mother, father of a child, but that is just biology. The person the child though is the person that, not the person that makes him or her have the easy way. Because as we grow up, we now know who meant well for us and who didn't. Yes, this, when I say this is a little child, but believe me, the bond that now exists between this little girl and that nanny is for life. She will forever remember the nanny. See, after something traumatic happened to her, the only comfort she wanted was the comfort of that nanny. Forget what name society call you. Forget what titles, what cars, what accolades, what uniform, garments, and chains and badges you. When it's all comes, when it's all said, when it's all said and done, we'll come back to who really cared for us. Forget the title we bear, councillor, commissioner, governor, how representative, and so on and so forth. After all said and done, the people know who cares for them and who took care of them. And when two instructions, two orders are given, they will know who to obey. See, sometimes people don't obey out of fear. Sometimes people obey out of solidarity, because they said the enemy of the enemy, if my enemy is my friend. I keep telling my brothers and sisters, add some humanity to your job. I keep telling my friends and brothers in law enforcement, yes, you've been given instructions, but first of all, you're human, not a robot. I heard of stories of where Nigerian and Biafran soldiers sat down, ate together, drank together, even during the height of the civil war. Because at one the few months ago, these guys were all on the same side, but divided by war in the line of duty and everything. Don't forget our human side. Yes, go and arrest. Explain to them that you're doing your job with a little love. South it and south out and treat them like conquered territories. The effect goes a very, very long way. You see that child sitting at the corner, he's watching, he will never forget. Perhaps forgive, but might never forget. You see the burning of villages, rendering people entire savings wasted. They might forgive, but they will never forget. While we remember some of the ills that have been done to people, I want to also commend some of the stories I've heard in the past. As I was doing research for my book, Is the War Over? An Igbo title on the Nigerian Civil War. I heard a lot of unpublished stories about how people across the divide helped themselves, despite the fact that at the top, the two countries were fighting. I want to say a special thank you to every single person. Some of them have passed on, but their children live. And I thank you on behalf of your father, your grandfather, for all the humanity you brought out, even in the midst of the Nigerian Civil War. For those who are across the divide, whether on the Biafran side or on the Nigerian side, that did not remember that we are one first created by God. Yet at that time divided by a war of brothers. So I want to ask you again. So who is the mother of the child in my story? A mother is not just giving birth to someone. A mother is care, affection, going the extra mile. I know a young woman who is she's currently abroad, married and everything, but whenever she comes to Nigeria, she goes to look for her nanny first before her biological mother. According to her, talking to me one time on the phone, he said, "This woman is my mother. She is the mother I know. The other one is my mother that I was told. But my mother that I saw and felt is this nanny. She made me who I am." Some of the stories I hear and see across Nigeria half of the time bring tears to my eyes. I'm one of those that detribalize Nigerians because I am caught across most part of the country, precisely between the north and the east. I've often been accused of insensitivity and not understanding, but you see, I've lived across the divide. I've lived in the heart of Kano. I've lived in Jos. And when I was in Jos, I moved across the Muslim region and the Christian region, as they will call it today. And we moved around freely, no matter how late, because Jos was a safe place. But now you can barely say the same. And people, and some people just do these things just for selfish gains. Some people just do these things for selfish gains. But I tell you that any gain soaked in blood is an accident waiting to happen. Any gain soaked in blood is an accident waiting to happen. So, as we go around Nigeria trying to reconcile everyone, trying to hear everyone's side of the story, we need to do what we want to do with love. We need to understand their grievances. Let's learn to say sorry before we ask what happened. Our people are not as mad as they are portrayed. People would not shout and cry when nothing is wrong with them. But it's better now than later. Because some of the it, it's better now than later. Because some of the life we might lose will never be brought back to life again. Some of the lives we're going to lose, nothing will ever bring them back. Death is not sleep. Some of the houses and properties that will be destroyed will never come back again. Yes, you might make money, buy some of them back, but it will never be the same because you'll be depriving yourself of so many other things to replace them. I currently had a major lightning strike at my current location, and I know how much that set me back. Funds and resources that were meant for other things were spent now replacing things. Till now, a lot of the items are still yet to be replaced. So I can feel what I can understand what it would take the mothers and brothers and sisters that lost their loved ones. It is time for Nigeria to show us that it is our mother. And not our mother because we're Nigerians, but because it cares for us. If Nigeria care enough for its citizens, we'll be ready to pay tax without being chased up and down. If Nigeria care enough for its citizens, we'll be ready to obey the laws of the land without being cajoled. We're not asking for too much. We're asking for Nigeria to care for us as our children, not to give us up or give us out as orphans, but to care for us so that no matter what happens, we can always turn to her as a mother. And our leaders are the representative of the for Nigeria. Our leaders are the Nigeria that we can see. They treat us as if we are strangers in our own land.